Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. I might be a couple of minutes late. I was having some technical difficulties with my phone. I thought maybe Facebook changed some things up on me. That wouldn't be the first time. Let's see, I'm trying to get logged onto my laptop so I can see what's going on. Hopefully I can see comments. If you're here, be sure to check in and say hello. Before I forget, Ruby, you were the winner of last week's giveaway for that paper pumpkin kit. So if you could instant message me your address, I'll get that out in the mail to you. So happy October 1st. You know, I know it's fall, but I think Mother Nature, hi Janine, hi Stacy. I think Mother Nature missed that on our calendar because it's supposed to be 103 today. So I'm not happy with her at the moment. She needs to get with the program and cool off our temperatures. So with October 1st, we have a new sale going on at Stampin' Up. And this one is especially great for all of us paper hoarders, collectors. Come on. We have to have beautiful papers to make those beautiful projects. So right now through October 31st, there are a select number of packages. There's some in the holiday catalog and the annual catalog that are on sale for 15% off. We're actually using one of them today. We're using the In Good Taste, which is the most expensive pack in the catalog, primarily because it's such a large pack of paper. But what I like about it are all the wood grains that are in there. There's a special term for it, some kind of photography type print on it. But I love the wood grain on all of these. And that's what I'm using today, and I'll show you what we're doing. We're actually doing I'm going to call it a back to school card and teacher's gift, only because Charlie got back to school this week for a full 5 days. He was only going to school, I think it was a Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, and then they had a Friday Zoom meeting that they had to attend. Hi Holly, I see you joined us. Welcome. So this is the card we're making. And I dusted off the old Harvest Hellos from last year to create this card, and it's a fun fold. It's actually my favorite fun fold because it's so simple. And we're also going to make this cute little treat holder. Well, it's not a treat holder, it's a hand sanitizer holder. And of course, now more than ever, we need that hand sanitizer, right? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with, let me give you the measurements to the card and the treat holder. So the card base on the card is in thick whisper white, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. I've scored it at 5 1/2, and then I trimmed off 2 3/4 off of one side, and you save that piece that you trimmed off to make this flap. My early espresso cardstock is cut. I have one at 2 1/2 by 4 inches and one at 4 by 5 1/4. I embossed only the first one, the top flap layer, when I did the sample card, but when I created the pack for this live presentation, I also embossed this one so that it is more consistent through the card. Then the In Good Taste DSP is cut at 2 1/2 by 4 inches. And this whisper white is cut at 2 1/8 by 3 3/4. I forgot to write that down. Then for our hand sanitizer, I took a piece of the thick whisper white, it was out of my scraps, and I cut it to 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. And I scored it on the short side, and I always get this wrong. This is the short side. It's scored at, lost my place, 1 inch and 2 3/4 inches, and then you rotate it, and it's not embossed, it is scored at 1 and 2 inches on the long side. Then this piece of designer series paper is 1 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then this little strip here is 3/4 by 6. You could actually probably go to 6 3/4, but to get 2 pieces out of 1 strip of designer series paper, I cut it down to 6 inches. When we make this live, I'm going to hide this little flap underneath our apple. So let's get started, and we'll create the card first. I'm going to set him aside. I'm actually also going to decorate the envelope. I didn't show you that. Since the designer series paper is on sale, now's a good time to stock up, and you can use it to decorate your envelopes. So that's what I'm going to do first. I have this little strip here, and it's one of my favorite ways to decorate envelopes. All you're going to do is add some adhesive just to the edge of your envelope flap. Hopefully you do it a little neater than I do. And then flip that over. You're just going to lay that down right at the edge, and we're going to trim it with our paper snips. Good morning, Glory. I love that. Hello to you too. Okay, I finally got the comments coming up on my laptop. It makes it a little easier rather than having to stand on my toes to look over my telephone, because I am a little bit on the vertically challenged side, and to get my phone up in the stand, it's almost eye level. I'll go ahead and trim this. And our envelope is decorated. See how quick and easy that is? Like I said, it's one of my favorite techniques. So, oops, I guess it would help if I got this card here. That's for our little apple stem, and that's going to be to stamp our apple when we get to that point. So here is that flap that we trimmed off. See how that is? What I like about it is you don't lose anything on your card. We'll go ahead and we'll add this layer right to the front. It's just a quick and easy fun fold. Simple, always my favorite kind. Thanks, Stacy. I think it's pretty cute too. We're going to do some coloring today too. Actually, we're going to color 2 apples. So we'll just lay this down here. And our card base there is done. We'll stamp this now too and get it out of the way. That's not the right one. I want this one here. So like I said, I'm using the Harvest Hellos and the Apple Builder Punch. That was one of my favorites that came out last year. And I thought I'd dust it off and use it again for today's project. Man down. It's almost a full moon, can you tell? Wow, I was so proud of me. I went through everything today, and I have everything in here, and I still make a mess. I lost my laptop. The laptop saved, but it closed out of the program, so I'll have to keep reading everybody up here. I think I lost a stamp in the way too, didn't I? Oh no, it's right here. Okay, there we go, live. Oh, goodness gracious. So it's to an A+ teacher, and then I'm going to stamp this little curly Q. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, what can I say? You never know what's going to happen live with Lori. That's why you have to tune in. It's just one of those things, right? I wish I could be put together like some of the other demonstrators that do their videos. Oh, but not me. Nope, 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 not me. All right, so let's glue that down, and the inside of our card is done. We'll glue, oh, we're gonna do some heat embossing too, now that I try and get my wits about me. We're going to, because I love that whole wood grain with the white printing on it, I decided to go with the white embossing. I need to get a new white ink pad. I tried it with the white ink pad yesterday. It's our craft ink, but mine's really, really old. Okay, so we're gonna put our welcome back here on the front, and we're stamping in Versamark, and we're gonna add some embossing powder. And I will have to step away from the camera for this, only because I don't have enough electrical outlets here at this station. Make sure we don't have any extra. And it'll take me just a second to get this heat embossed. So bear with me. I'll leave this here so you can see it. Hang on. Oops, that's not done. Next time I heat emboss, I'll have to get an extension cord so you can see the magic when it melts. It's really kind of cool. So we'll add this to that front flap that we have left over from the card base. I'll lay that there. Now we're going to add some adhesive just about halfway, not even halfway, about a quarter of the way, because this is going to be glued on to the front of the card, and we want to make sure this stays open as a flap. And we're going to add some of the braided trim. It kind of has a rope look to it, and we're just going to lay that right into the adhesive on the back and just wrap this around just like so. I want to make sure it's flat, and then I'll lay that there. And we'll snip it with our snips, just like so. I'm going to add just a little bit more to make sure it stays. And then we'll close our card. Lay this right there. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and stamp our apple, and we'll color him. We're actually going to stamp 2 of them because we need one for the card and one for the hand sanitizer. Don't be so hard on myself. I really am my own worst critic. Larry tells me that all the time. Okay, so we've got our apple stamped, and now we'll color it. This was something I learned from a fellow demonstrator, that you can actually color using the blends on our inks, which, granted, we always use Memento in the past, but it's nice to know that we can do color on color. Now I'm just going to come through, and if you don't get all of the apple colored in solid, that's okay, because remember, you have little shine marks on apples when you buy them. And if you go out of the lines like me, that's okay too. This is a handmade card. So I'm using the brush end, and I just want to do kind of half circle lines so that it makes the apple look more round. Does that make sense? So it's not so flat. Give it a more realistic look, hopefully. Okay. Just come down here. Okay, there's one. We have a text message. You know, I put this phone on Do Not Disturb thinking it's going to keep it quiet, but that doesn't always seem to be the case. Technology and I are not close friends at all. Sometimes I think it hates me, but I try my best. As stubborn as I am, I keep going, one foot in front of the other. You know how that is. I'm determined that I'm going to beat it. Thank goodness for my middle daughter, who is she's my web designer. Whenever I run into problems, she's the one I call. Larry does pretty good too. So thank goodness I have them in my life. Okay, so Apple's done. We'll punch him out with the Apple Builder punch. We're also going to color a couple of the leaves. There's one. There's two. Now we're going to stamp some of the leaves in Old Olive, which is right here. If I can find my leaf. I'm gonna stamp them in the corner because it makes it easier to punch them out the way they're situated on the punch. There, we got 2 for each one. And we'll use the light Old Olive. Move our apples out of the way. I did add some Wink of Stella to the leaves too after I attached them. Because you know, you gotta have bling everywhere you go, right? The more bling, the better. And if I don't answer any of your comments, please know that I will once I'm done with this. Because the way my day's going, I'll probably do something that will mess up the card even more. So here's one leaf. Oops, oh, we almost got it. 2 leaves. That was almost a fatal. And okay, keep going. 1 foot in front of the other. Go. One more. Bless her little heart. She's trying so hard. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And I have a little piece of soft suede for the stem. We're going to punch 2 of those. If I can get them in here. Maybe. Come on. And 1 more. Clean up our mess. Leave our stems. Someday I'll have to do a live video so that you can see how small this work area actually is. One of the ladies who came to one of my classes was shocked. She thought maybe I was sitting at a big desk. Haha. Nope. This is only about a 4-foot wide shelf that I've set up. So now we're going to put our apple together using mini glue dots. I'm going to put one on the back for a stem. And we'll add another one for one of the leaves. And then we put one in the back and one in the front. We'll put him back here because he didn't get punched perfectly. Just peeking out. And we're going to put another one here. Okay. Then we'll put this guy together. I think Charlie's teacher will like this. I thought it was a cute idea myself. It's one of those going with the times type of thing, since we are just getting back to kids going into the classroom. I know other places don't have that luxury yet. Hopefully this whole pandemic thing will be done pretty soon, huh? Okay, so now we're just going to add dimensionals to the bottom. Oh, that was on the, add dimensionals everywhere on this one. Only on the bottom when we do the hand sanitizer holder. If I can get this. Okay, I'll set him here. And then I had a bow sitting on my desk yesterday, and I added, this is in the linen thread, and I thought it looked really cute on the stem. Okay, let's get this tied. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Pull his little legs down. Okay. Now we'll snip it, and we'll add him to the little apple with another mini glue dot. You probably realize I go through a ton of mini glue dots and dimensionals. I could buy them by the case. All right, now let's add our bling, and then the card will be done. Oh, you know what I didn't put on was Wink of Stella. We'll add that to the leaf, or as we call it, Wink of Wanda, because one of the girls here had a tough time, and we have a Wanda in our group, and she uses Wink of Stella on everything. So Wink of Wanda it was. So we're going to add just a couple of rhinestones, and these are the red ones. Put one there. I'll add a couple here, bring in some more of the red. I thought the red looked good on the wood grain. Okay, our card is done. Now let's move on to the hand sanitizer holder. Clean up just a little bit here. Let's put some Winka Wanda on our apple here so that it's ready to go. Set him aside. Okay, so when you do the hand when you create the hand sanitizer holder and you've scored it, I'll show you again. We're going to, you can see here's the 1 inch and the 2 3/4 and then 1 and 2. You're going to fold on all the score lines like so. And then you want to take your snips and cut. You're basically creating a box. You're going to snip on these, the 1 and the 2 inch score lines, right up to that one. Just like so. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my designer series paper here. I'm just going to go right on the inside. Makes it a little bit easier. I kind of fought with it yesterday. And nobody's going to see down here anyway. Okay, I'm going to add some adhesive here. And we'll fold this up here and here. Now I'm going to add adhesive to this edge. Maybe. Getting close to the end of the roll, I think. Now I'm going to fold this up. And there you have a box with a wide opening. So now I'm going to trim from this corner to that back corner. Ooh, that was kind of... That's what happens when you are in a hurry. Let's clean that up just a little bit. There we go. And we're going to take this strip of designer series paper and I'm going to start it right about here so that when I end it, it'll be behind that apple and you won't see that little lip. Okay, so you can kind of burnish those edges as you wrap it around the box and add some adhesive there. Bring him back around. There. Now our little apple needs a couple of dimensionals. Where is it? Right here. These dimensionals you want to put at the bottom because it's going to stick up over the opening of the box. Okay, stick him right about there. And we'll stamp our little sentiment here in early espresso. And again, we're going to go with that to an A+ teacher. And I trimmed the edge at an angle, kind of mimicking the box so that it ties everything together. Add some more dimensionals. Oh, I forgot the bow on our little apple too. So we'll put him here. Yeah, the bow actually makes it. Right here. And a couple of, we'll put on another rhinestone too. Because you got to have bling on your gift. And, ooh, almost lost that leg. There we go. Larry just pulled up. Let's see if he walks in on us. It wouldn't be the first time. All right, so we'll add our little mini glue dot for our bow and one more rhinestone. And we are done. Get our X. Oh, you know what? I forgot the trim. Oh, well. There you go. There's our two hand sanitizer holders. And as soon as I clean up my mess, so you can see what we got going here. Our 2 cards and our decorated envelopes. Aren't they pretty? That just, I mean, to me, that just ties the whole project together when you have your envelope matching. Okay, I think that's it. I think we survived. Maybe. I thank you guys for stopping by and sharing in the chaos of my life here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please leave messages and share the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.